Okay, everyone, I've just set up some examples that I think you'll see. And so if you write all these down first, so I would press pause and just copy them down. I'm sorry that I can't hand you this piece of paper, but put on some music and just copy them down and you'll be fine. So these are just examples that you would see that are on those lessons that are due on Wednesday. And I wanted to go through a few of them with you. And again, you'll see them in the videos, you'll see them in the articles, and of course, where you're actually practicing. So let's start. So they're just gonna throw things at you like this. Well, they want the answer, and so I can either just put it into my calculator, or I know that that's the equivalent to 7 times 7, so it's gonna be 49. The next one is matching. So I wrote these in pencil because what you're doing is you're moving them around to whichever one they equal. So I'll actually write the answers in a different color. So I know that this is 3 4 times. So this is actually the one that goes up here. And these kind of flip. But if I think about this one, this is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And then 9 times 3 is 27. So this is fine. This goes where it is. And you're just moving things to the place that they go. So I can't move things, so I'm going to erase them. And when I switch them around, it'll be 3 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 3 times. 4 times 4 times 4. Again, the base is what repeats. And then the exponent or the power tells you how many times it repeats. All right, write an equivalent expression to this. So this is just 9 is the base to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. This one, I like these. This one says write an expression equal or equivalent to 11 to the third. So they have these and you kind of drag and drop. So this, I know that this is 11 and then the times key. So I drag that over here. 11, 11, 3 times. So that's what this is. So I never used this one, and that's, to trick you to thinking that you either need it, maybe you forgot and you think it's 11 times 3 or 3 11 times, but you don't need that one because when you write it, this is also called expanded form. You don't use the 3. The 3 just represents how many times you see 11. All right, this one, I'm just going to use my calculator. They have a whole video on this, but so there it is. And I knew that 2 to the 4th was 16. I just didn't necessarily know how many zeros before the decimal points. Maybe you can hear my 4-year-old running around. Okay, you need to talk to your dad, please. Please go outside. Or be silent.
I'm really sorry.
Okay.
No?
Let's not talk. Okay. So for this one, we have to say which one's bigger. So I'm going to go and find these out. So I know that 8 times 8 is 64. And what's 2 to the 6th? Well, that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more times 2. So I'm going to put that into my calculator.
Can I do that?
2 to the 6th. Okay, let's make sure we can do that if we don't have an exponent key.
Can I do it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 64. So they're both 64. So if we're choosing these, and these are just a drop-down menu, it's going to be the equal sign. All right, this one, is it true or false? You just fill it in. Well, this is 5 times 5 times 5. So that's going to be 125. So are they equal to each other? No. So you click that one. And then the last one is one of those substitutions. So that's where you plug in x equals 2. So you're going to say 2 to the 5th over over 2 squared. So 2 to the 5th is 32. So 32, and there's a lot of different ways to solve this. 2 times 2 is 4. 32 divided by 4 is 8. Okay, so that's how we solve it using substitution.